What's up, BFL fam? I'm Carlos. This is Steven.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Today, our top 12 tea fragrances. Keep it right there.
Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Brooklyn Fragrance Lover.
Thanks so much for tuning into BFL today. As always, we really do appreciate it. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Finally, we're doing this list that I've been talking about for the last month.
Yes, I remember that.
I think that tea is a great alternative to aquatics and citrus fragrances for the summer.
And I seem to neglect them from time to time as well, but I really shouldn't.
Definitely a note that can be worn throughout the year as well. But I think it shines more in the summer. That being said, we'll start off with number 12 from the House of Kieran NYC. We've got Sunday Brunch, this one here. I'd like to start off by saying that I think that the launch of the whole collection is fantastic. I'm a really big fan of Kieran NYC.
As am I.
I love 10 AM Flirt, a nice fig gardenia fragrance. This here is tea and a little citrus, but it's a carefree, summery, really nicely done tea fragrance that's not boring and very enjoyable to wear.
Yeah, there's an element of freshness in it too that makes it so appropriate for the hotter season, so I really enjoy that one. So the next one on this list is by the company Jo Malone, and this one is called Darjeeling Tea. So I smelled this one at Carlos' house months ago, I want to say, and this is one where I would definitely apply liberally. It's also another fresh tea scent, and it is a very authentic smelling tea scent. It doesn't have any added bells or whistles or anything like that, and I really enjoy this one for that meditative quality that it has.
This one actually got me a comment at work from a girl that worked there briefly, but this was the first thing that she had said to me ever since she worked there. Was,
oh wow,
she was walking by me and says, "Oh my god, you smell amazing."
Wow, so, that's awesome.
That memory is tied to this fragrance. Also, this is a little on the pricey side. Jo Malone has a tea collection that are really kind of highly priced, and would definitely try them first before purchase. Don't blind buy.
Yeah, correct, don't.
From the House of Atelier Cologne, this one's called Camelia Intrepide. According to Atelier Cologne, it's not really classified as a tea fragrance.
Okay.
But upon doing some research, after smelling it, I learned that the camellia flower is often used in tea.
That's right.
And what I got from this was a tea leather vibe.
It definitely smells like a tea scent to me. You know, there's no hiding it. You spray it, it smells like many, many other tea scents, some of which are in this list.
So the tea note is the camellia flower here, so.
Right.
But it's a good one, and definitely a good one to check out if you want a new tea fragrance.
Awesome. So the next one that I'm going to talk about is by the company Bvlgari, and this one is called Eau Parfumée au Thé Vert. And this is one that I really enjoy because, and I actually would have put it a little bit higher up on the list depending on the mood that I'm in, but I think there's a lot here that are just stellar. And so this one, again, this is based off of green tea, and like Carlos said before, the Camellia sinensis plant makes green, white, black, and oolong tea. It really all depends on how mature the leaves are, and this one has the green tea note in here, and it's done just so well. It's one that me talking about is really not going to do it much justice. I recommend that you go out there and you try it for yourself.
And this is the intense version, or
the extreme, yeah,
extreme version. There's a lighter version. I prefer this one.
I do too, yeah.
At number 8, am I correct in that countdown, sir?
12, 11, 10, 9. You're right.
Okay, I'm paying attention for a change. From the House of Vilhelm Parfumerie, this is called Dear Polly. This was an ode to the founder's wife on their ritual of having black tea every morning.
Oh, that's nice.
Again, no bells and whistles, but it's a very enjoyable tea scent that does last for a good, considerable amount of time and is just really a joy to wear. All of these are great wears. In the final 6, there will be a little bit more edgier ones, but this back row here thus far is definitely wearable and easygoing.
Yeah, and one piece of commentary I can provide about Vilhelm Parfumerie, the quality of materials is really high in this brand. And so that's not to say that they don't utilize a lot of synthetics, but you can tell it smells very rich, it smells of quality, and many of the other ones that I own as well are on par in terms of the quality that they give across. So the next one that I would like to talk about is it was discontinued for a short while and then it was reintroduced into the market. So this one is actually called Chai by Baruti, but the original name for it was Untitled No. 2 by Magnetic Scent. And of course this one smells like masala chai. So it has those spicy elements, the cinnamon, the cardamom, the nutmeg. It's a very sort of spicy, peppery scent, and it also has this rose vanilla combination in there that really truly makes it a gourmand fragrance. I love this one.
Despite the spicy notes, it is definitely a wearable fragrance.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love this one so much. I featured it in a fall list, if I'm remembering correctly, and I actually put it at my #1 spot. So it's an excellent, excellent scent.
Number 6, we have from the house of Memo Paris, Memo Paris, we have Winter Palace.
Awesome.
Look at how the tall bottles lined up with each other. Did you plan that out?
No, I didn't. That was all you, man. That was all you.
Here we have red tea, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
It's got a nice ambery tea quality about it. It's really well done, and it has a high concentration of the tea nuance, and it's just really enjoyable. It has a nice thick tea component about it, and I love it.
And the fact that it has red tea instead of green tea, it will smell a little bit different. Red tea originally comes from Africa. I don't want to say the word curing or healing, but it's cancer fighting effect. So it's an awesome tea. I personally drink it myself.
Missed the fun fact.
And no, I'm just obsessed with that stuff. So the next one from this list is from the company Creed, and this one is called Asian Green Tea. Now the reason why I really enjoy this one is because it has that freshness that only Creed fragrances can create. And of course there are a lot of other brands that convey a similar freshness, but if you've ever sprayed something like Himalaya or Millésime Imperial, you can see just the bright, sort of vibrant, citrus, fresh notes, and you're also going to find that in this one too. So
what I love about that one, it has a fruity undertone that's not too fruity or, you know, cloying or anything. It's really nice. It's fresh. It's very masculine, I think.
Okay.
Although women could pull it off. I think it turns masculine in the dry down. That's when I find it the most masculine. But I do love that little fruity undertone that you smell when you're wearing this Asian green tea from Creed.
Well said.
5?
Yeah. Wow, we're getting into the top 5. That's it. No, top 4, excuse me. 4 more.
So this is 5?
That is number 4, yeah.
I was never good in math, so no shame here. I was good in English and social studies.
There you go.
But what number are we up to?
That is number 4. There are 4 left.
Number 4, yes. At number 4 from the house of Maison Christian Dior. Steven and I just recently reviewed this about 2 weeks ago. And if you watch that video, you'll know how we feel about this. It's good. Deserves to be number 4.
So if Carlos or myself have reviewed any of these, the links are going to be down below. So the next one that I want to talk about is one that I have in my personal collection. I really love this one, and I remember it was discontinued for a short while, and as soon as it became available again, I knew I had to purchase this one. So this one is by the company L'Artisan Parfumerie, and it's called Tea for Two. This is a composition by Livia Jacobetti, and I like how it has a more dry approach, so it's not as gourmand or spicy or peppery as some of the other scents, although I do recall there being a bit of cinnamon in this one, but this is a really, really unique lack of gourmand tea scent, excuse me, but it does veer a little bit into spicy territory on account of the cinnamon. It's just so well done. I love this one.
As far as I know, it may be discontinued.
Oh, really?
Was this was it re-released for good, or was it a temporary re-release?
It was available in this bottle, and then they discontinued it, and then they brought it back in this bottle, and now it's in the all-black bottle.
So it's in the line. Okay,
it's still there. Yeah.
Pay attention, Carlos, once in a while.
No, I didn't explain that before, so.
Truth be told, this is not my favorite, but I do respect it. It's well loved in the community, and when I first got into this hobby, this was one that everybody talked about. Number 2. Number 2.
Number 2.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Turn. We also recently just reviewed this one. This is from the house of Nishane, Istanbul. This is called Wulong Cha, which you stated on the video that it means something about dragon, and somebody confirmed that indeed it does mean dragon tea, maybe?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Because you're the one who told me that.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So this is a pretty simple, straight-up tea fragrance, but it's long-lasting. It's got definitely freshness about it, and it definitely has a nice meditative quality about it. I enjoy this one.
Awesome, cool. And that's one that I really like as well.
Thus it being number 2.
Oh gosh, that's it. One more. Why don't you do the honor since it is your channel?
From the house of Masque Milano, this is Russian tea. This one here is probably the most different from the whole lot here.
Agreed.
This is the most complex tea fragrance. It's the most, perhaps, I won't say unwearable, but it's definitely challenging. It has a leathery nuance. It has a smoky nuance. It definitely has a spicy nuance. But that tea is still riding throughout the wear on skin, and it's quite enjoyable, and probably like nothing that you have in your collection. Definitely not like any of these other tea fragrances if you should happen to own them.
Yeah, it's very different. So the first thing that I picked up in addition to the tea was actually the mint note. So it opens up very bright. You can definitely feel it in your nasal passage. There is also a little bit of incense in here that's sort of giving a little bit of a smoky character like Carlos said, but I like how the incense and the tea sort of tame down those rugged, rough around the edge elements in here. So it's a really well blended fragrance, and the thing that I respect about this one is it's not the type of fragrance that I would necessarily wear when I'm in the mood for a tea fragrance, but I just like the complexity of it, and tea just happened to get thrown into the mix, and it's the strongest ingredient in here, so I really respect that one from the house.
Awesome. I'd say we did a pretty good job here.
Yeah, I respect this list. I mean, there's a lot here that I love, and I think it's money well spent, and I really enjoy them.
All right. Good job, son.
Thank you so much.
Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have your favorite tea fragrance, let us know in the comment section down below. We'd love to start up a conversation, as always. And yeah, let us know what your favorite tea fragrances are, or if there's something here that piqued your interest, blah, 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 etc., etc. If you're new to this channel, please do consider subscribing. Definitely hit up Mr. Redolessence and show him some love.
Thank you.
If you haven't a subscriber, click on the bell icon to miss notifications on the reviews, new content, and all the fragrant fun always happening right here at BFL. Take care, stay blessed, and we will see you next time.
Bye.